Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you.
Today, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Goff on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now Goff on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
1st and goal, a chance for an early here on the road. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Za'Darius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here we go with the Packer offense, guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. To throw is Rodgers. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 98 yards, and a score.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. These two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Thought they'd run the football there on 3rd and inches. Decided to try to pass it, and obviously did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch him napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Swift. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
The coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Could we get a touchdown in this 1st half after all? It's 1st and 10. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Packers with a football here late in this 1st half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll find Aguara complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route? Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really 1 step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. The Bills looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the visiting Washington football team who have the lead in that one. Taylor Heineke, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Vikes found the victories to be few and far between this year, but the win here in the finale means they finish off the year at 4-12. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong 1st half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. On play action, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Amari Rodgers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Yeah, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
From the 50, it's Goff. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Swift. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. First down, and they go with Swift again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Goff now to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. For their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Rodgers now on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And again, it's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. Caught on a slant. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. That time a 9-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. 7 yards, the pickup there. Goff throwing again. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a first down throw. Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Goff on first down. And this one taken in by Cephas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Swift. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. This is caught by Robinson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Goff. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. And when they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. Well, they could just run this. Here is the field goal unit on fourth down. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, they moved to 9-7.